You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. First, the headline. With more than $1 billion, Petroleum Development Oman signs an agreement for the supply of drilling materials and to construct a warehouse in the Special Economic Zone at Duqm. The Ministry of Health is to implement the National Health Survey for nutrition and non-communicable diseases at the national level in all governorates of the Sultanate. Sultan Qaboos University Board discusses a national project to align higher education outcome with the labor market needs in the Sultanate. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. With more than $1 billion, Petroleum Development Oman Company, PDO, signed an agreement with the Japanese company Sumitomo for the supply of pipes for drilling operations and to construct a warehouse in the Special Economic Zone at Duqm. The 5-year contract project will be a logistics center for transferred materials to drilling sites affiliated to PDO for 30 trucks a day. The project will provide job opportunities and training for Omanis, in addition to its contribution in attracting other companies' services in this field. The project will save time and money for delivering the drilling materials to Duqm due to the port's close proximity to the oil fields. The Ministry of Health will be implementing the National Health Survey at the national level in all governorates of the Sultanate. The survey aims to provide a basic database for non-communicable diseases and provide a platform to establish a system that follows main non-communicable diseases and their accompanied dangers in the Sultanate. The survey is considered as first of its kind and using handheld computer devices with the program. The National Fieldwork Survey will be implemented in 2 stages. The health surveys are important for the citizens' awareness about the dangers of non-communicable diseases and to encourage them to follow a healthy lifestyle. His Excellency Dr. Ahmed bin Mohammed Al Saidi, Minister of Health, called citizens to follow health patterns for prevention of non-communicable diseases, pointing out that 15 kidney failure cases are recorded every year in the Sultanate. Still to come in our news bulletin. Sculptures underwater at Atlantic Museum of Lanzarote creates a visual dialogue between art and nature. The national project to align the higher education outcome with labor market needs in the Sultanate was the main aspect discussed at Sultan Qaboos University Board during its 2nd meeting of the academic year 2016-2017. The meeting touched upon the project's main committee report, which was carried out by a group of specialists in the university in cooperation with other relevant government bodies assigned by the Education Board. The board also approved the proposal of the students' representation mechanisms in the university's specialized boards, the suggestion of increasing the number of times allowed to withdraw during the student study, extending the allowed withdrawal period to 10 weeks, in addition to approving the issuance fees of academic documents for undergraduate studies and graduates. The meeting was presided over by Her Excellency, the Minister of Higher Education, chairperson of the board. Activities of the Oman Bride Exhibition 2017 kicked off at Oman Conventions and Conferences Center, showcasing the latest fashion designs by international designers. A fashion show was held in the first day of the exhibition, which lasts for 4 days, amid a noticeable attendance from GCC artists and fashion enthusiasts. In the government of Buraymi, courts deal with all types of cases precisely and complete them very fast. Thanks to the modern techniques being used in the judiciary work, the courts have successfully handled all legal, criminal, and commercial cases. The Judicial and Administrative Affairs Council's main goal is to ensure fast completion of disputes and follow and monitor the judgment on these cases. The coordination with the bodies concerned with criminal cases like Royal Oman Police contributed in reducing the number of crimes, therefore resulted in the decline of criminal cases. The Research Council, in cooperation with Suhar College of Applied Sciences, organized a workshop to introduce the modern techniques and algorithms used in the calculator and personal computers (PC). The workshop included theoretical and practical classes and aimed at acquainting the participants with the components of calculators and PCs. It also aimed to acquaint the participants with the algorithms used in the calculation and data processing. A large number of college students took part in the workshop. Kayak for Kuwait team reached the final destination of the trip, Governorate of Musandam, after a journey that took more than 2 months. The multinational team members used kayak boats in their voyage, which started from the state of Kuwait, passing through the Gulf Cooperation Council countries. They cut a distance of around 2,000 kilometers. The voyage aimed at raising awareness among Gulf citizens on the importance of preserving marine life and protecting it from water pollution. The members as well through this trip aimed at discovering marine life in the GCC countries and promoting marine potentials in these countries. They also aimed to highlight the challenges facing marine life in the Gulf countries like red tide, overfishing, and littering the environment with plastic bottles and other pollutant items on the beaches and the seas. Sculptures underwater at Atlantic Museum of Lanzarote attracts tourists, showcases the ordeal of refugees, and creates a visual dialogue between art and nature. Here's a report.
Europe's first underwater museum has officially opened to the public on the ocean bed of the Canary island of Lanzarote in Spain. Some 200 life-size human figures created over the course of 2 years by British sculptor Jason de Taylor have been submerged 14 meters under the Atlantic Ocean. The sculptures, some modeled after local residents, are made from environmentally friendly and pH-neutral materials and will attract plant and animal life, just like artificial reefs. According to a statement released by the Atlantic Museum of Lanzarote, the first parts of the project, installed in February 2016, have already been frequented by angel sharks, barracuda, sardines, octopus, and more. The artworks also include a 100-ton, 30-meter-long wall and a botanic garden. The exhibition also features an installation called the Raft of Lampedusa, a sculpted boat carrying 13 refugees, which pays tribute to the ordeal of refugees who crossed the ocean during the recent migrant crisis. According to the artist, the exhibition aims to create a strong visual dialogue between art and nature. The Atlantic Museum is the latest work by artist de Taylor, whose other underwater exhibitions are located in Mexico, the Bahamas, and Grenada. Funded by the local government, the museum officially opened to the public on January 10th and is accessible to scuba divers and snorkelers.
Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Partly cloudy skies will prevail over the northern parts of the Sultanate. Rest of the Sultanate will have clear skies. Winds will be easterly to southeasterly, light to moderate, occasionally active over the coastal areas. Seas will be slight to moderate with a maximum wave height of 2 meters. the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. With more than $1 billion, Petroleum Development Oman signs an agreement for the supply of drilling materials and to construct a warehouse in the Special Economic Zone at Dukhon. The Ministry of Health is to implement the National Health Survey for nutrition and non-communicable diseases at the national level in all governorates of the Sultanate. Sultan Qaboos University Board discusses the national project to align higher education outcome with the labor market needs in the Sultanate. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.